What's up? What's good? This is your girl Makeda Marie, the Black Educated Tea Podcast, and today's topic is my healing journey. But as always, before we get into the tea, let's get into this tea. So I'm actually drinking a goddess tea today, and I tend to switch up the goddess tea from time to time. So some days I'll do like a 1 tea bag with maybe like 8 ounces of water in it, but I'm on my healing journey, so and that also includes being healthy, and so I'm trying to get the best benefits out of the goddess tea. So what I've actually done today, I've been doing this for the past few days as well, is I take 2 tea bags with about, I think this is like 16 ounces, this cup. So I'll take the 2 tea bags, about 16 ounces of hot water, let it sit overnight. So I'll let it sit overnight, and the next morning I take the tea bags out and I'll just drink the tea throughout the day, so I can get the best benefits out of it. Because the goddess tea has parsley in it, it has elderberry, it has motherwort, it has, oh wow, there's so many different teas in it. There's so many different benefits from it. So, but that's what I do with the goddess tea. So I switch it up from time to time, and there's no sweetener or anything in it. It's just strictly water and the goddess tea. So let's go ahead and get into the topic. But before we get into the topic, let me just say, yeah, I have been missing in action, but it's okay. I have been missing in action for a good reason, and the main reason is because I've been on my healing journey, and part of my healing journey was to just take a break from certain things, and the podcast was one. Even I was doing a lot of events and things last year that I absolutely loved. The podcast I absolutely love. These were my babies. These were things that I created, but I needed to take a pause for the cause. And so I took a pause for the cause. So when I come back to the podcast, when I go back to doing the events, when I go back to doing the consultant, when I go back to creating all of these new things for Oasis Vibe, and so even just professionally and personally, when I come back to revisit these things, I come back with a new idea, new perspectives, and I'm able to create. Sometimes you have to take a step back from things and look at it from afar as you're taking a break from it, so you can come back into it with a clear lens, with a refreshed mind. So that's basically what I did with the podcast, amongst other things. But I am back, and I'm here to stay. Yes. And so my healing journey, it has been really interesting. My healing journey has been really interesting, and it's I've seen so many things about myself throughout this process, and it has not been easy, because one thing about healing, your healing journey, and getting to know yourself, there are some things that you are going to reveal that you do not like, and that's okay. And there were some things that I started to notice about myself that I did not like, and I had to still embrace it. So I had to embrace those things, and then I had to learn how I wanted that to look different. For instance, being a people pleaser. That's one of the things I noticed about myself. I was an extreme people pleaser. Always trying to be neutral, please people. So I really started to notice that about myself throughout my healing journey. I also noticed that I can be very stubborn at times, and it's sometimes that can be a good thing, but then again, I think for me it was extreme. I sometimes I don't have that. Oh, it's mild. Some things I notice about myself are like extreme people pleasing, extreme just stubbornness as well, and just the fact that I wouldn't even communicate effectively on how I was feeling, or even just, I even noticed that about myself. So there was so many things that was revealed to me as I've been on this healing journey that I didn't necessarily like. I didn't like what I was seeing, because these were things that I noticed about myself that I would likely probably judge somebody else on. Like, why are they always trying to please people? Why is this person so stubborn? Why they just don't communicate how they feel about a situation? I would likely say this about others, but I was that person. So but as I've been on this healing journey, it has definitely opened my eyes up to a lot of things. And There was a few things and a couple of goals that I wanted to accomplish while I'm on my healing journey. And of course, one of them was weight loss. And so you can't really tell on this video, you know, but I've actually lost 15 pounds. I actually have to take a picture so you can see. You know, they say videos definitely add weight on you. And yeah, because I went from 145 to 130. So I've lost 15 pounds. The weight loss was one component of my healing journey. The biggest thing I wanted to accomplish out of my healing journey was peace. I wanted peace. I wanted to be at peace with just so many things. I didn't want to always be triggered by conversations or things people would say or things people would do. And I wanted peace. And I have been getting that peace. I can say I have been getting that peace. I am not triggered. The simplest things that used to trigger me, when you get healed, and I don't think you're ever fully healed. I think you're always going to be in a healing process. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't notice the statistics on that or whatever, but I think for me at least, in my opinion, I think I'm going to always be healing. I don't know if I would ever fully be healed, and I'm okay with that. But just to go back to what I was saying before, peace. I wanted peace. And things that used to trigger me, I was no longer triggered by. Things people would say, things people would do. You know, if I would feel a certain way about it, because one thing about, even when you're on a healing journey, things are still going to bother you. You're still human, you know. It's not like all of a sudden you're on this healing journey and it's like, everything doesn't bother you. You're just, out here living and nothing is, no, that's just not how they work, because you still have emotions. You still have things that may somewhat trigger you. So I'm not necessarily triggered like I used to when people say or do things. I listen to what they say. I take it in. If I feel the need to give feedback on it, I'll give feedback on it, communicate on it, and then I just let it go. Oh, I used to feel like, if somebody said something to me that hurt my feelings or even triggered me, I felt like I had to win the conversation. I felt like I had to get the last word in. Now I'm like, I don't care who get the last word in. Because I'm going to definitely be the bigger person in this situation. So my peace is, what I have been after, and my peace is what I'm accomplishing. And it's not all the way there. It's not. It's not all the way there, because one thing about when you're on a healing journey, and one thing when you're trying to change and improve things about yourself, there are baby steps you have to take. You cannot change who you are overnight. You should not want to change who you are overnight. It took you X amount of years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, however many years, it took you that many years to get to where you are. So why do you think that it will change overnight? I cannot change overnight my characteristics or my attitude or cycles or just things that I don't like about myself. Even things I do like about myself that I may want to improve, you cannot change things overnight. Even just think about it as weight loss. If it took you 10, 15, 20 years to put on the weight, why do you think within a week or two the weight is going to just come off like that? Let it gradually come off in a healthy way, where when the weight does come off in a healthy way, it's easier to keep it off. Think of your healing journey in the same way. It's going to take time for it to build up. It's going to be gradual. And so I was not looking for instant results when it came to my healing journey, because I wanted to feel and be immersed in every part of it. I didn't want microwave results when it came to my healing journey. I wanted it to take time so I can take a step back and say, you know what? I was there 6 months ago, but now I'm here. And another 6 months from now, I'll be here. So within a year, you see the progress, you see the growth. And I'm amazed with myself. I'm really amazed with myself and what I have accomplished, and how I have created a space and a place for me to have peace. And no one or anything is going to deter me from that. So I had to even remove people, places, and things. Yep, you heard that. The whole, all the nouns. People, places, and things that no longer served me. Because one thing about when you're healing and you're on this healing journey, there, before you started your healing journey or before you started to change certain things about yourself, more than likely you attracted certain type of people because you were in that energy. So if you, before you started healing, if you were in the negative energy, if you were in a depressed state, if you were in this, victim mentality, whatever it looked like for you, those were likely the people that you were going to attract during that time, which is okay. You attract who you are. That's what attractions is. That's what magnets do. You attract what you are. But as you continue to go on your healing journey or even start your healing journey and things about you start to change, those people no longer fit in your life. They do not. The conversations are different. The energy is different. Things start to shift because you start to notice that, oh, this person is always negative. This person never has anything positive to say. This person is always victim blaming and judgmental. And you start to just notice certain things because you're no longer in that space. So you start to let people, places, and things go. And that's totally okay. And I was okay with it. I thought it would be difficult at first, but after a while it got to the point like it's not difficult. Because why force something that is just not working? Why force a friendship that is just not working? Why force it? If it's a real friendship, they will be there. I still have my core friends. They are still there because they are my friends. They are my core friends. They know my journey. They understand it. They encourage it. They motivate it. They're motivating to me. So your core friends are going to be there regardless, but the people that may be flybys or, they're only for a season and for a reason or whatever they say, those people just may not be able to follow you through your healing journey, and that's okay. And you'll recognize very early on what people should not follow you through your healing journey. Trust me, you will start to know, because the moment you start to heal and the moment you start to get things, differently and start to get clarity, the energy and the interactions with these people, it shifts. So you'll be able to pick that up really quick. So, but just embrace it. Just embrace that everybody's not going to be there for you when you're healing as well, because you're changing as a person, and some people do not want you to change. Some people want you to continue to be that person that you was, that negative Nancy and whatever you were before you start healing. Some people don't want to see the change you or the improved you because they was attracted to who you were beforehand. And so one of the things I do want to say as well is I don't know if it was last year or whenever it was, but I think Snoop was getting, maybe it was a Hall of Fame or he was getting some type of award. And when he got on stage to do his acceptance speech, one of the things that he said was, I want to thank me. So I want to take the time to thank me. I also want you to take the time to thank yourself. We can always thank others for, encouraging us and motivating us and being supportive of us. But how often do we take the time to thank ourselves for what we have done and what we have accomplished? You have put in that hard work. I have put in the hard work of healing myself, because I realized I can't heal anybody else but myself. So let me put that energy that I was putting and pouring into others and trying to heal them, let me pour that back into myself. So although I'm still humble, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to thank myself, because I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted my life to look like. I knew what I wanted my healing journey to look like. And thus far, it has definitely been on track to what I want to accomplish out of it. So I'm going to thank me. I sure am. I'm going to thank me. And you should do the same. Thank yourself for everything you have done, everything you have accomplished in your life. Take the time out to thank yourself. Even if you got to write it down. I even have... I'm in my she shed, so I have all kind of, you can't really see, but I have all kind of books and things over here. But I actually have this, and It says for the one I love. And you can just write little things on it. I think I got this at Sugar Boo and Company. I've had this for a couple of years now. And I mean, it's still almost full. That shows you I need to use it more. But you put the date on it and it says for the one I love. You can write right here. And then of course at the bottom it has XO where you can sign it. So even start writing notes to yourself on what you're proud of about yourself. Look how much you have accomplished up until now. Look at what you have accomplished. Look at what I have accomplished. If I just take a moment and take a step back and look at everything I have accomplished, it amazes me what I have accomplished. Physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. And even in the past 6 to 7 months, what I have accomplished through my healing journey. Oh my God, it takes me back because it's hard to believe at times. So I want to thank me. I'm thanking myself. I'm embracing myself. I'm hugging myself. I'm loving on myself because this has been my healing journey. And this healing journey is only for me. Everybody has a healing journey and it looks different for all of us. This is my healing journey that has been customized just for me. Your healing journey is customized for you as well. And it's going to look totally different than what mine looks like. But I am embracing mine. I am excited about mine. In the next year to come, I can't even imagine what my healing journey may look like because there are some things that I've had in my mind and I've been visualizing what it's going to look like. And I've even been amazed over these past months of what it looks like. So I can't even imagine in the next year what it's going to entail and what it's going to look like. But, I'm going to be sharing it each month. I'm going to be sharing something new and some progress. Even if I've taken some steps back, that's okay. Even if I've taken some steps back as well, which I have done through my healing journey. I have taken some steps back. I've taken some steps back with career-wise. I took a position that was not really for me. Just being honest, I took a position that was not necessarily for me, but my intuition and something in me told me to take the position because something good is going to come out of it. So I took the position, and I kid you not, although I felt like I was taking 2 steps back, when I took that position, I took 2 steps forward, 4 steps forward, So I actually took on a leadership position when I left that particular position. But a part of me, I guess I needed to take those steps back in order to take those steps and move forward. So that's one thing about as you heal. You may take some steps back, but just believe in yourself and believe that as you take those steps back, there is going to be some major steps moving forward. So I just want to leave you all with that. I would love to hear what's been your healing journey. Are you healing? Are you in the process of healing? What has that looked like for you? Just what has been your healing journey, and I would love to hear your comments. Please just share with me what it looks like for you as I continue to share with you what my healing journey has looked like. And as always, this is the Black Educated Tea Podcast.